Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. It's the 23rd of September, about 1 o'clock, and the sun has started to get on this back pond. But as you can see, it's really cloudy. What we're going to talk about today is the two fish I purchased from Crafty at the Junior Koi Show last year. I've got them in a bowl just to show how they've come on. It won't be long before I'm taking that filter out there, probably another month. I take that out and keep it out over the winter. But the flow from the pipe running, giving me a current into the pond, still working the treat, blows the food away from that feeder. I know a lot of people will have seen all this before, but the reason I'm showing it again, I've noticed a lot of people, not many have watched the last video I did last Thursday about the garden and the koi, but a lot of people are watching videos from what I've done previous. So the reason the pond's cloudy is, and they might not have seen this if they haven't looked at the right videos, but this is my setup back here with me UV, my air pump, powers underneath that tub, and that's me pressure filter, which you can see the pipes off it. The reason for that is, at this time of year, I tend to take it off and give the pump a good clean, ready so it's working fully, so when I take that other filter off. So basically what I've done today, I've just taken that off, get it a bit of a wash down, took the impeller out, made sure that's alright, and not bother too much about the algae on top. That's not an issue, you don't get so much in winter anyway. But I've cleaned that up. That'll be going back in a few minutes after I've done this video. We've also had a bit of a change in here. If you can see them two other fish in there, is the Goromo and the Goshki, which lost its Tancho spot. I call it now a peroxide Goshki. I don't know whether it's there is a name for them now. I'm not sure. I did hear on Koi Perspective the other day that if a shower loses its red, it's called a Becco. But the Gromo, it don't look too bad. I've not took the net off because I've got too much messing about to do. And I'll just show you the fish in the bowls now. But with this sun that keeps coming out, I think the water will be getting a bit warm in there for them. But right, so there they are. Now, in previous videos you've seen these. That one there is what Crafty picked at the Junior Koi Show, said that would be a nice fish. It's a Benikikikuru, but it's lost its Sumi. I'm assuming that's because the weather we had, could be genetics as he said. I did chat to him about it at the National Koi Show, and that obviously that one there is their pick, and that one there is my pick. Now these are probably my three favourite fish in the pond, and this one here, this is the one I call Lucky, because I bought 4 from a garden centre, Japanese koi they said, but I thought they'd got sleeping sickness in the pond, so he told me to come back in a few days. He said it had just been transportation that day, and they were just they were stressed, they were settling in. But I swore blind it was sleeping sickness. But I went back, soft as a brush, went and bought 4 koi for about, I think something like 100 quid. And they started dying within hours of putting them in the pond. So I went back, complained. They replaced the 2 that had died. The next day I got some more as a replacement, and unfortunately most of them died, but that Kujaku there was the only one which survived. I've just measured these fish, and in May, the Lucky and their pick were 26 cm. Let me just have a look at my book, check up on that. Their pick was 25 cm, is now 36 cm. My pick were 23 cm, is now 29 cm. And Lucky was 23 cm, is now 36 cm. So they have been banging a bit of length on, and they're quite broad. But you see, in my pond, it's not heated. Obviously, I've got this, it's pump fed, and I think they've done really well. To see that I've had to put a new liner in this year, and they've been in and out of tap water basically all year, I'm really impressed. I do really like their pick, to be fair. The Deutz, pair of them, but they don't seem to get that stressed. And he's a really broad fish, and I think with our ears, I think that soon is going to come back. But it's a nice fish. And this is Lucky. This is my pick. We did say we were going to have a competition on, but I think I'm going to lose just because of the size of their pick. But it's strange that my pick's kept his Sumi and their pick has lost his. And Lucky, he's a broad fish. But as I say, they probably my three favourite fish, and that's an issue because Hillary don't like big fish. I like small fish. I like to bring them on and see them grow. The new forest fish haven't grown at all, but whether that were down to numbers or stress or whatever, but I'm not bothered. They'll keep going. And in this bowl here, I'll just give you an example of the other fish that were in the front pond. Now, this one here is actually Sri Lankan. That's the one I shown you a couple of months ago when I moved them out of there, with that little shimmy on its side, which probably ruins it. I think it's Pericini, but I'm not sure. This one is a Cuttlebrook fish. When I got them, I think they were about 8 cm. I don't know what it is now. I pretty much get up with the idea of actually measuring all the fish and putting them in book, because I've got that many now. And this one here, I bought this in April, and these I think it's Izza, Japanese. Got this from Derbyshire Koi, and he was about 3 cm when I got him. So even without eating and everything, they will grow. Nowhere near what you get if you get them with eating in the pond, but I think that's a cracking little fish. And I've got another one who's more a silver, but obviously getting them at the size I did, we didn't say what type they were or anything like that, so I'm not really sure what they are. But at the end of the day, I'm sure somebody will tell me one day if somebody has a pond visit, or they get to a size where I could actually say they're definitely that, because it changed that much. The variety suddenly changes. Like I said with that Goshki, Tancho Goshki. He's obviously now not a Tancho Goshki, but is he still a Goshki? Is he a Beko? I don't know. But they're the two fish. My pick and get out of the way. And their pick. He looks blue, doesn't he? He's not. It's actually a very good white. The reflection is that bright, its reflection's coming off at side at bowl. But I think his soon is started to come back, because I think that bit on front of his dorsal, I think that were gone. I think that's all going to come back. But what I'm going to do, because I'm going to stress these fish out if I leave them in here, because this water's going to get warm, sun keeps coming out. But I'm going to pop them back in here with these, and I still think I've got too many fish in there. But I was going to buy a Deutsch shower from Gaz and Ryan at Newark, and I would have bought it, but it were a £300 fish, and to put it in a pond where these are growing that much now, I'm frightened of what's going to happen, because it just looks packed. When I look from the bedroom window down every morning, there just look so many fish, and it's because they're all growing at a right whack, really. It's same as that one. If it were 26 and now whatever it was, yeah, he was 25 and now he's 36. If others are putting that sort of 11 cm on, some of those, I'm going to be in trouble in this pond. But anyway, we'll sort that when we get to it. I hope anybody who's going to the show at the weekend have a lovely time. Unfortunately, I can't go due to different circumstances, but I hope you've enjoyed it. Have a little vote on whether you think my pick or their pick's the best fish, and hopefully I'll see you at the Junior Koi show. Thank you. Have a nice day.